Good morning, guys. I actually can't hear you. Do we actually have India here? Still can't hear. Do we have actually all the place full? Good morning and thank you. Please sit. Thank you. I just kept saying India, but I'm sure Nepal, you're also sitting somewhere. So day 3. Thank you. I have a timer. I want to talk to you. So how are you feeling, guys? And trust me, how much ever we talk and how many years old we are in the business, even now to come up on this stage and talk in front of the people who are sitting on the VIP stage, I'm still nervous. Okay? So I really need you to help me to talk. Love you too. Thank you so much. And being a part of in-service, wearing this uniform, it is very important for me to keep looking at the time. That's my commitment to you and my commitment to the whole program of VCon. Okay? So I'm sure, day 3, how are you feeling, guys? I actually cannot understand. Good, bad, awesome, what? I'm sure the feeling inside is superb, right? Are you hungry? No. Sleepy? No. Tired? No. So what are you? So yesterday, love you too. Thank you so much. So yesterday, I was sitting and talking to a few people. I would not name them yet. But I was just talking, and I was talking about how it has been the last 8 years. How it has been the last... Yes, I am 8 years old in the business today. Okay? And in last 8 years, how has been each and every day and how things have gone by, how the moments have passed, how the days have passed, how people have passed, how teams have passed, how challenges have passed by. And we were sitting and talking. And when I was told that I need to come up here and talk to you, the only thing which came to my mind is to talk how the 8 years have been. Do you want to know how the 8 years have been? It's the same old story. There's nothing new to it because it's actually the fact. The stories can never change if they are facts, right? Yes? So do you want to know the facts of 8 years? So 8 years back, I was just a normal person. I'm still a normal person. And 8 years back, when I started this journey, honestly, I didn't even knew the word called QNet. I have never, ever in my life approached by anyone for any network marketing company. Never. So that means there are a lot of people in the world who have never been approached for anything. Okay? Because I was never approached. I never heard about MLM. I never heard about direct selling, I didn't knew anything. Because from the place I come from, I only knew one thing, is that I need to study, I need to grow up, get married, and do the job if my husband allows me to do it. You know, that's the place I come from. And live my life with my family and take care of my elders. And that's a mindset I always had. But when I started growing up, and I went to my school and went to my college, I understood that there has to be something about me also. I have to do it for myself, not alone for the people who have been teaching me, but it has to be, they have been teaching me about being myself. So I wanted to do something in my life. At a very young age of 19, when I was still in college, I met my dear husband in a train, okay? It's very filmy, it's very, it's like a typical Indian movie. We met on a train, fell in love, got married in a year's time. And I was 20 when I was already married, just finished college. And I went to a total different place, a very different culture, a very different identity, being married from Miss to Mrs. Shipra. And life started. Life was going fine, and life has always been fine. I came from a very normal middle-class family where life was normal. I don't know how to describe and say that I had issues about money or I had issues about house. No, actually I didn't. I had a very decent, normal middle-class family where my dad earned a decent money to send me to a decent school and get a decent education for myself. I didn't know the other side of the coin to compare my life and feel bad about it because I never saw something very great. So I knew that's life. I knew that there's only 2 chapatis for food every day. And there is a school which is in the town, which is supposed to be a convent, has to be the best school. I didn't know that there are harvests of the world because they are not come from my city. So I went through a very normal life. And when I got married, I also had a very normal family, a father-in-law, mother-in-law, sister-in-law, and a husband. And we were living our life comfortably middle class. Every day was going to office, coming back, or going to my store and coming back because I was an entrepreneur at that time itself. I was having my own store. I was running my own business. And it was just a way of life. And I'm sure each one of you sitting here also come from the same background, also have the same life. Do you agree with this? Yes. And life was just going on. And God blessed me with a beautiful soul, my son, Pranay, who came into my life, and life just moved on along with him. And I was talking to my husband one day, and I remember we were talking and telling that, you know, whatever we are earning, we are decent, we are good placed. And maybe, you know, if life just keeps on and he gets a promotion and I get a promotion and things goes better, maybe, you know, in 10 years we would be able to pay off our housing loan. In 15 years we might have one more asset. And we were just talking and, you know, picturizing and futurizing everything. And I'm sure that's how every normal person do. Sit and think about future and plan it and be very happy about all those dreams. Do you do that? Do you dream about having a car one day or having a property one day? I did the same. And suddenly, out of nowhere, someone just knocked the door. Knocked the door, not in the literal sense, but came into our lives and spoke to us and said, a very good friend, that why don't we do something else apart from what you're doing? You guys are free in the evenings and let's do something. And I was like, okay, the idea sounds good. We can, why not? Maybe this extra money, whatever I'm gonna earn, can help us achieve few things a little faster, can make our life a little better. It is good, but it can be better. And I said, fine, let's look into it. He came up with a very, very different idea of starting an IT company. And we planned the whole thing. We did all the paperwork. We put the money in place. And the gentleman goes to a different city, comes back, and from the airport he calls me. And I still remember that call. And he said, whatever we have planned, let's just drop it. And I was like, you know, I'm not a person who would take risk with my money because it's a hard-earned money. What do you mean by just drop it? He said, I have come up with a very amazing, amazing opportunity. I went to Delhi. I met someone who showed me something. And Shipra, believe me, this is gonna change our life. I saw big people, you know, people from very rich profiles sitting and talking and doing it. And if we can also become a part of it, you will not believe, but we can make some good extra money apart from our jobs. And I don't know. I honestly don't know what came to my mind. I didn't even call Neeraj, my husband, spoke to him, and I said, okay, let's do it. Maybe somewhere deep within, I just wanted to do something. I just wanted to have something in my life. But I didn't knew that. And I said, yes, let's do it, let's do it. He came back, he took the money, I transferred the funds, and I still didn't knew it's QNet. Okay? I didn't knew. I never went on Google, guys. I don't know what is Google. I still don't Google because I don't believe in Google. Okay? I believe in myself, and I think believing in myself was more important than one IT structure, which is Google, okay? And I said to him, yes. He took the money, he signed me up, and I was a part. In December 2011, December 26th, I signed up in QNet. And the moment I signed up, the first thing he told me, that it is just 2-3 hours extra apart from your job. And I said, okay, that sounds good. And he said, you don't know, Shipra, how much you can make. I said, okay, sounds good. Sounds good. If I can just make half of my salary a little extra, I would be good. I'll be happy. He's like, yes, let's do it. And I went and spoke to my husband. And the first thing was, what is wrong with you? How can you just put money without even talking and discussing and we coming up? Do you know what exactly it is? And I was like, no, but if it has come from him, he's a very dear friend. I'm sure it is gonna be good. Let's just do it. Let's just don't think about it. Let's just do it. I don't know, my heart says something somewhere, let's do it. He said, okay, if you're so insistent about it, you do it. I'm just gonna watch you. I'm just gonna help you if you need, but I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna support, I'm not gonna be a part of it, and I'm not gonna stand with you on this, but I'm behind you. If you're gonna fall, I'll hold you. But I'm not gonna be walking next to you. And believe me, there was a kind of a satisfaction, but a kind of a doubt at the same time, because I didn't know what does he mean by holding me back but not standing next to me. Because I wanted him to stand next to me and walk the talk, but he chose not to. The second thing which I did is when I went and I spoke to my friend, and we went and we understood the whole business. And the first thing was told to me was sign up your closest family members. Is it the same? So whom do you go? Your closest family members. I went to my closest family member, my brother, my elder brother. Okay? I called him and I said, Bhai, I've started doing this. I want you to be a part of it and let's do it together. The second most important person in my life. And he said to me, you know, he's my elder brother, so he has a liberty and trespass to say this to me. And he said, you have gone nuts. I don't know, translators, how you're going to translate this, but please try and do it. Okay? He said, you have gone crazy. Do you know how many of these things I have seen? and nothing works. You just lost your money and it's not going to work. The second person who's against, not gonna stand next to me and not gonna walk the talk with me. I said, okay, but can I at least just sign you up? He said, I don't have the money. I said, no, but you don't work now, but just sign, just be with me and, we can make out and do something about it later. He said, I don't have money, what are you gonna do? I said, okay, let me do one thing, I'll sign you up. He's my brother, I can do that much for him. I said, I can sign you up, but please, can you just go meet, talk to the person there and just understand? He said, no. I turned back to my husband and I said, you know what, this is gonna happen. Because you're not standing next to me, you're standing behind. Now everybody chooses to stand behind and say, oh, I'm gonna support you, I'm gonna be, but I'm not gonna walk with you. But I want you guys to be with me. I don't want you guys to look at me that, are you waiting for me to fall because you wanna hold me and say, oh my God, listen, I told you, this is what is gonna happen. Show me sympathy, show me pity. I don't want your sympathy, I don't want your pity, because I choose not to fall. I wanna walk, I wanna do, I wanna make this big. I wanna make this bigger than anything else in the world. And I want you to walk with me. And then my husband took the call, and when brother-in-law calls, somebody has to listen. Okay? And the next thing I know, that I have my brother at the left and I have my husband at the right. And they both started working, but it was not easy. Because they both are strong personalities, are my husband and my elder brother. And I am, end of the day, an Indian woman, have to bend down. And it is not gonna be easy not to bend down. It's not gonna be easy to stand and say, I am the upline and you have to listen to me. Right? But I chose not to do that also. I chose to work along, to walk along, to listen along, to talk along and do it together, rather than doing it from one place and trying to say them to follow. And we started working, we started doing. I had a son who was 4 years old when I started, 3.5. And I still had a job because I actually failed in my business. I failed in the entrepreneurship business venture which I was doing. So I was back to my job. And I used to get up in the morning at around 5, do my kitchen work, pack my lunch, pack my son, get him ready. And I literally used to pack my son, give him bath, get him ready, pack his things, pack his whole day, drive a car which is Maruti 800. I'm sure 80% here understands what's Maruti 800. The smallest car which you can think about. I used to drive that and go to a long distance, drop my son to his school, go and leave my car at my friend's place because my office was even more further. And I used to then take 3 buses because there was no bus which used to reach directly, and I used to change 3 buses and reach to my office at 10:30. Work in my office from 10:30 to 7 in the evening, and then take a bus and go to association because I wanted to do QNet. Stay there from 7 o'clock to 11 or 12 at night, take a bus at 12 at night and come back to my friend's place to pick my car back. Go to my in-laws' place because after school, my son used to stay in my in-laws' house. And he used to be majority of the time sleeping in the bed in their house at that time. I used to pick him up, put him in my car, and drive back to my house. And I still remember that 80% of those days, when I used to reach the basement of my house, I used to carry my son in one hand and carry 4 bags in one hand, my office, his school, and whatever I had, and climb up to go to my house. And I did this for 6 months consistent, every day. And I didn't need a gym. I lost a lot of weight during that time. Because every day was a commitment, and every day was the same routine, day after 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 day. So when we talk about going office and coming back home, I was also doing that. The difference was I was going to office and QNet and coming back home. And I did that consistent because in 6 months' time, things changed. Things changed to the level where my income from QNet became 4 times more than my salary. And I left my job for good. I gave up my job. And I still remember when I was putting down my papers, the only thing that was running in my mind is, am I sure? Am I 100% sure of what am I doing? And believe my words, there was not even a 0.00% of a thought where it said that I am not sure. Every part of my body said, this is what I'm meant to be, and this is where I'm meant to stand today. I gave my papers, I came back, and I started working. Within a year, my husband left his job. Within a year, my brother left his medical practice, and both became a full-timer in the business. So I didn't have anybody standing behind me because I'm not gonna fall, but I had standing people next to me. And that people next to me just kept increasing and increasing and increasing and increasing. And today you are sitting here because you're all standing next to me on the left and on the right to hold me. And as Datushri said, that it is not gonna be anybody behind anyone. We all are just gonna stand and watch every nook and corner of everything which is gonna come from any angle to us, because we stand together. And that's how we stand here today. And that's what is a commitment which required to be here. But was it easy? It's just a story, but when you have to live it, you will understand that what it required. When people tell me that you were so committed, and how can I be? I don't know. I don't have words to say that I was committed because I didn't knew the word called committed. I just knew that I was so much in love with what I was doing, and I'm so much in love with what I'm doing, that everything that comes by to do it is just a part of it. The commitment comes naturally, it is not required. When you fall in love with someone, or when you are really in love with anything, you just love doing whatever it requires. If it requires time, if it requires efforts, if it requires late nights, if it requires extra time, you give it because you chose to give it, because you want to do it, because you are in love with that. And I am in love with QNet, and I will always be in love with QNet till the time I die. So it's not about 4 years or 5 years of journey. It's not about 8 years. I'm going to be 80 and I'm going to still stand and do QNet because I love QNet. I didn't get married to QNet because I wanted to divorce it. I got married because I want to die with QNet. And that's my commitment to it. That's my relationship with it. And that's my thought towards it. But is it going to be easy? Is it going to be easy to do this commitment? Are you gonna be committed to yourself? I'm not standing here to ask you to be like me. I'm not standing here to tell you that follow the people who come on stage, because they didn't follow anyone. They followed their heart. I followed my heart. And what does your heart say today? What does your heart say today? Do you want to follow yourself? Do you want to achieve what you want to achieve? Do you want to get what you want to feel like? If I wanted to become something, it was only me who have to take the decision. It is only me who's going to decide. It is only me who's going to commit. So it required today, when I'm standing here, my son to be alone in Dubai and manage his school on himself. That's my commitment to it. Do you have that commitment? When you say that I am getting late, I am getting tired, each person standing here wearing the uniform is standing here from last 8 days and working because they are committed to you and sitting on those chairs. And if you feel tired, even to stand and even to welcome someone and feel, then are you committed to your dreams? Are you committed to your own dreams? Thinking that thought, feeling that, and trying to do is a choice. Have you made that choice? Have you made that choice from deep within your heart that you are going to do it? All this sounds so good to hear. But when it comes and when it hits it, it really hits you bad. We were doing so well and we were together standing with each other. Like you standing today, next to each other. And then, every commitment gets tested. And we got tested. And we keep getting tested. But every, I don't want to use the word, but every damn person who want to come and just challenge us, oh, you're doing QNet, it's a scam. And I want to say, I love this scam. I love this. Because if scam can make me a millionaire, if it can make my son drive a Bentley, and if it can make my parents go around the world and have the stamp on their passport at the age of 70, if it gives me that, I love this scam. And I'm proud of this scam. So be it anybody in the world, come and tell it to me. I don't care. I love it. Every challenge is gonna come and is gonna shake me, is gonna do it. It has done. It has done in the past. It has done. It is doing it in the present. And I'm ready to be prepared for it to be doing with me in the future. But every time it's gonna come, there's only one thing which is gonna stand. The love which I carry for myself and the love I carry for this business is gonna stand between that challenge and you and me and everybody. That love is gonna stand between everything, because that's not gonna shake me. That's not shaken me in so many days. When people write in national media, when people talk on national media, it doesn't shake. I don't Google, it doesn't shake. I don't watch those television which talk negatives, because I believe that at the end of the day, whatever comes by, but the reality and the fact is when 10,000 or 12,000 people stand in the arena and say, and have come and flown on hard-earned money, has not come for a scam, have come because you are committed, I am committed to what we are standing today. And nothing can stop us. Nothing can stop us. Be it any country in the world, be it Cote d'Ivoire, be it Nepal, be it India, be it Arab, be it anything, we all are committed to each other. We all are committed to us. And I just want to tell you, from the bottom of my heart, that my parents, my son, my family, has been my biggest support system to make me do what I have done. And today they're enjoying every bit of it. But more than anything, if anybody who has paid the price, if anybody who has been paying the price, is you. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart to stand together and to stand today and say this. I know it's been tough. It has been tough for me. It has been tough for you. I know it shakes you. I know it hurts you. But believe in it. Because whenever challenges came, whenever things came, we only remembered one thing. We only said one thing. That till the time we stand with each other, there's nothing that is going to shake. Whenever any challenges come, we always stand with each other. We always talk to each other. We always support each other. Because that's the power, and that's the power of relationship which is actually the backbone of us. So when you stand together so strong, anything comes and hits, there's nothing required because you're not going to fall. You're just going to hold strong. And you're just going to face it. And we face it. Love you too. Thank you. In last 4 years, when the business was at its peak, when at its best, we have faced a lot of situations where me and you and everyone, and I'm sure all of us, you sitting here, would have faced it, have felt that it is not gonna be easy. It is not gonna have the same thoughts like the way we started. When you start, or when I started, it was fun. It was fun to spend time. It was fun to walk. It was fun to be in association. It was fun to meet new people. It was fun to network. It was fun to make money and see that extra dollars coming into the account. Was it fun? Is it fun? When that $250 starts coming, where your first check comes, it is a great pleasure. And people who come from a middle-class family, even that $250 matters. Does it matter? Yes. It mattered. It mattered a lot. And when we worked hard together, we came to a situation where most of us, a lot of us in the team were maxing out, consistent, getting $20,000 in our pocket every week. Every week. Week after week, week after week, week after week. People started becoming platinum, becoming diamonds, and we were all one by one achieving what we're supposed to achieve, live our dreams. And when we were living our dreams were getting tested every day, externally and internally. And every time it was getting tested, we used to come together and we used to talk. And we used to talk and we used to say, don't laugh and don't judge me. But we used to always talk and we used to say, one is going to come and blow. Second is going to come and hit. Third is going to make us shake. Fourth is going to make us feel bad. Fifth is going to make us feel more bad. Sixth, we might think about, not sure. Seventh, we'll just get used to it. Eighth, it's getting better. Ninth, oh God, still only this much could have been better. 10th, come on baby, let's do it. So now if after 2-3 months there is no problem, there is no challenge, sometimes we say, what's happening? Everything is too quiet. What happened? Everything is too quiet because nobody is coming and testing us. Is it required to be tested? It was required to be tested. It always required to be tested because saying that I love QNet and saying that I want to do it is one thing. But testing only happens when the challenges comes and stand in front of you and you still stand and you don't move. There was a time when everybody in the network was having a feeling. And going through the feeling, I know where people were standing and saying, we talk about going and doing it all over, going and having 100% to the business. How did you give Shipra, how did you being committed? Your son from past 8 years haven't seen enough of you. Your parents haven't seen enough of you. You haven't been home, you haven't been to weddings, you haven't attended any family functions. How and why? And I always felt, I don't know. I always felt that I genuinely don't know because I just was busy. I was busy from the day one till now because when I committed to QNet, I felt that I am supposed to be here not because I want to make money. It was my first love that I want to make money. Not love, but it was a requirement. But today, when everything goes every day, even now today standing here, or going back home and then again doing and again traveling and again doing, it was only one thought, that whoever signed up, whoever came because somewhere he went through a YouTube and saw a video and got motivated. He signed up because he trusted somebody. He decided to put his hard-earned money and come to the business because he believed that his dreams are worth working for, achieving for. And if I am not gonna be committed, and if I'm not gonna be disciplined, and if I'm not gonna be clear of what I want, and if I'm not gonna lead by example, like my uplines, from VP Dev to AVP Sharfun to AVP Sachin, who have been committed from past 11 years and been doing, and if I'm not gonna do this and stand here and do it, why would my downlines would look at me? Why would anybody look at me and say, I want to become like her, and I want to do like her, or I want to have this, or I want to do this? It's only going to happen when I will be committed to myself. So why the word commitment comes? Why the word paying the price stands? It doesn't. I'm just doing it. I'm just doing it because that's a way of my life. That's the way I want to lead things. That's the way I've been taught from the day one. I still remember, and we used to do this a lot. All of us used to sit. I used to sit with my uplines, and I still remember long back, once VP Dev told this. He said, stop worrying. Why you worry so much? I said, I'm not worrying, I'm just concerned. I'm just thinking, how long am I going to do this? Am I going to keep doing? Because when I saw the plan and when I heard it, I was told 4 to 5 years of journey. I'm 8 years. And he said, you know what? How old is your son? I said, he's 11 now. How old was he when he was born? I said, 0. He said, how old he will be 10 years later? I said, 19, 21. He said, are you a mother when he was born? I said, yes. Are you a mother when he is still now? Yes. Are you going to be mother 10 years down the lane? Yes. Are you going to be mother when he gets married? Yes. Are you going to be mother when he is going to have children? Yes. Are you going to be a mother when he dies? Yes. And you are mother of this network and you want to count the days, that how many days are you going to do it? Are you going to count your commitment, that what you give to your son, that I'm feeding him, I'm giving him bath, I'm putting him to sleep? Whatever it requires for a mother to do to his son is what commitment is required. And a mother never sees what price she's paying while she's putting him to sleep, making him have food, making him do things, falling with him, playing with him, doing things. Then I'm not gonna feel the same thought when I work with my network. I don't wanna think that I don't wanna think that I'm sleeping or not sleeping or eating or not eating or I'm not. But whenever you need, I'm gonna stand, because that's a commitment. It doesn't matter what price it requires, because it is not the price. It is the pleasure to work with this. It is the fun to do this. It is not, there is nothing called paying the price. It's only called doing and doing and doing and doing until the time I'm alive. I'm gonna do. And the only thing I want you to do is stand with me. Commit to your dreams. Don't commit to me, but commit to yourself. Because your commitment is gonna take you to come here and stand one day and tell 12,000 and 15,000 people in the arena that this scam works. And it works. It works like nothing else works. It works like nothing else will work. But it's gonna require a lot out of you. It required a lot out of me. It required me, my mother, my father, my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, my husband, my brother, my team, my son. And trust me, more than me, they paid the price. But more than me, they are proud of me today. Your family is gonna be proud of you. Your family members are gonna be proud of you. You will look at the mirror and say, I love myself because I am doing what I was meant to do it. And that's my commitment to my own self, that whatever comes, I'm gonna stand here. 8 years back, when I was sitting there, and I remember I used to always sit on the top of the stadium on the last seat. And I used to watch every person come, every V partner come, and I used to look and say, one day, I'm gonna be here. From that to here, whatever it calls, it's not commitment, it's love. And I love it. So love it, guys. Love yourself. Love being committed to yourself. Because there's nothing which you're gonna get better than this. There's nothing. And I remember long back, and I said this same thing on this stage. And I'm gonna repeat this because that's my motto of my life. That's what I learned from my uplines. That khudi ko kar buland itna ki khuda खुद पूछे कि बता बंदे तेरी रजा क्या है. Thank you so much.